I've been preparing for this application process entire my high school journey. And I remember like when I was in 8th grade, I was like finding out about different activities or like different clubs I could join. Probably I'm gonna sound cliche, but like I was trying to be myself, embrace my quirkiness, unique aspects of my personality. I had great time and fun with working on essays. Applying for all of these universities meant that I had to write like huge amount of essays for every school. I think I did great on this. Yeah, I talk about like simple, mundane topics or things I do just for fun with my close friends, with my family, and I think being genuine on my application stood out to the admission officers who reviewed my application. So basically, my personal statement was like sent to all the colleges, the university I applied to, and it was about my cat. I used to have a cat, and now I have only his kitten. They're so different from each other, but like still has so many things that share with each other. It was about my perspective on life that I learned through my cats, and using some math knowledge about different like theorems and axioms on math, and how I like shifted them to like from math language. Like I still use the math language, but from math spectrum to like everyday life activities and like and so on. Another essay like that I was sent as a supplemental essay that I think sent to majority of schools was about me being overthinker. Overthinking is such a bad thing. It's considered as a bad habit in society, but I personally think that it's my superpower. Honestly, I didn't believe that I'm gonna get in even a single offer. It's because college application process in the US are becoming so competitive. Numerous universities that I got into had like acceptance rate around 5%, and as an international student coming from low income background compared to US standards, and also as someone who didn't do international Olympiads, it felt like I don't have a chance to stand out. Although I did I had straight A's and so on, majority of students applying for these universities are really competitive both academically, and having perfect GPA is a bare minimum. And knowing that, I was really anxious with the future, and I decided to apply to large amount of universities, but still making sure that the quality is not suffering because of the quantity. And I didn't want to study something that I was not interested in, and therefore I had a strong passion to study, to go abroad, especially in the US. I applied to majority of my places back in November, way before even regular decision deadlines. Yes, it was a really tough decision to make. I was given such a short amount of time, around 1 month, to decide where my future 4 years of studying gonna be. And after countless hours of talking to students, to my family, to my close people, and doing pros and cons list, I decided to commit to Stanford. Haileybury Almaty and my teachers definitely had huge impact on my application process. Special thanks to Mr. Stockmans and Ms. Williams for writing incredible letter of recommendation, and also to my psychology teacher, Mr. Lawrence, and my math teachers, Dr. B, Mr. Boothroyd, Mr. Rook, and Mr. Watson, for giving me knowledge that I use in my supplemental essays and academically preparing me to strive at my university. I remember for one of my supplemental essays at Stanford, I talked about Bandura's experiment that was conducted at Stanford Nursery School, and the study we learned together with Mr. Lawrence in our psychology classes, and it was about how children learn aggression by observing models. I talked about if I had a chance to go back in time, I would definitely see and change some elements of the study. Transferring to Haileybury Almaty needed some time to adapt to a new environment. Back in my previous school, we spoke in mainly in Kazakh all the time, but here, like, teachers, even if you're gonna speak in Kazakh or Russian, they're not gonna get you. So I had to constantly, not only talk in English, but also start thinking. And, now, looking back like 2 years ago, I couldn't even like think in English. Now I don't know, like, some translation to Russian or some terminology I learned here. And definitely, it changed the way how I think, and I'm incredibly thankful for the school to give an opportunity. First thing first, definitely start preparation from early grades. If you're in year 8 or 7, you could start thinking about what you're going to do in the future, and definitely be involved in different activities outside of classes, and also let your personality shine and embrace it, because many students have like straight A's. Many of them have done Olympiads, but what is unique and what is only that belongs to you is your personality, and use it and make it a powerful tool.